Turns out that the Politico reports were absolutely 100% correct. Donald Trump emphatically and with no hesitation whatsoever stating that he will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. I could pretend to say that I don't enjoy telling you, I told you so, but I told you all so. This is Donald Trump. And as the Bible says, and the Lord opened the donkey's mouth. Let's take it straight from Donald Trump.
Did you promise leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank? Is that something that you
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now, okay? Yes, please.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. What do you have here? What did we say all along? No, you just don't like Trump. No, you work for foreign interests. No, sweetie, I don't. I am Israel first. That is all that I am. I don't favor Donald Trump. I don't favor Joe Biden. I don't favor any foreign leader or any foreign interest. Straight here, right there, boom, boom, there you go. Donald Trump, the self-proclaimed biggest Zionist in the White House, Israel's greatest friend. Donald Trump proclaims this like a fat man in a dress with a beard proclaims himself to be a female. This is what you have. I don't know, what would that make him? Like a trans Zionist, maybe? Donald Trump, trans Zionist. Oh my goodness! But what did we tell you? We told you all along. Oh, but don't worry. Betzalel Smotrich has a plan on Donald Trump's desk. Oh, how exciting! How exciting! Has Betzalel Smotrich come out with a statement about this? Nope. Nope. Nothing. How about Ben Gvir? How about Ben Gvir? I don't have the tweets here, but many a time Ben Gvir tweets out, Israel or I heart the Trump. I heart Trump. Ben Gvir, anybody? Moshe Feiglin talking about, oh, it's the Tochnit Trump. It's Trump's plan. Here you go. This is Trump's plan. This is Trump's plan. Israel has to stop. Isn't that what he said? Let's rewind it a little bit. Let's see.
Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now.
There's been enough. There has been enough. Israel needs to stop. They just need to stop. We need to give our Arab enemies a break and let them regroup to come back and kill Jews. That's what we need to do. This is what Donald Trump said. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. You know what? Listen, I'm going to open up a space this Saturday night, and we're going to allow all the Hasbarists, all the Hasbara First, Hasbara Inc., America First Zionists to pile in and to issue their apologies. We're going to allow it. The Israel First crew is going to allow all of the Israel Last, Hasbara First clowns to come in, pile in, and issue their apologies. Trump is our greatest friend. You don't know what you're talking about. Really? Really? Did I just miss something? 23 seconds. It's pretty short. Even if you have a bad attention span, it's right there. Well, well, well. Now this is from yesterday, yeah? I can't wait to see how the Hasbara spaces spin this one. Should be some Olympic level gymnastics. And just like clockwork, from one of the biggest Hasbara accounts, of course I've been blocked, obviously, for obvious reasons, for the sin of being Israel first. If you're Israel first, automatic block. That's how it works. This is It's incredible, but unexpected. Many reporters and analysts in Israel actually believe that it was Bibi himself who asked Trump to make this announcement. You can't, there is a hierarchy. Understand? Now, I originally got blocked by this person for attacking Netanyahu. But you know what it turns out? That above Netanyahu comes Trump. Right? There's Netanyahu. He's important. And then Trump is above that. Because when you see who gets sacrificed for what excuses, you realize who is really in the top position. That's Trump. It was Netanyahu. Netanyahu put Trump up to it. Netanyahu is the puppet master. That's what it is. Tucker Carlson was right. Netanyahu controls Trump. He controls America. He controls everything. Yes. Trump really wants Israel to annex the West Bank, but it's the evil Netanyahu stopping Trump, the real Zionist. Yes. This is what the Hasbara crew is pushing. It is unbelievable. These people are they are amazing. I will give them a lot of credit. They are relentless in their delusion. Their delusion gives them superpowers, superhuman strength to continue on. They could be down by 5 touchdowns at halftime, and they are out there as confident as ever. And why? So Bibi could have an excuse for the hardliners in his party. Oh, that's it. That's it. Oh, now Netanyahu has the excuse. He told Trump, hey, Trump, you listen up. I'm in charge here. Okay? You do what I say. You get up there and you make this announcement. This kind of stuff, this is Tucker Carlson and Candace Owen level delusion. That's what this is the Hasbara equivalent of Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. It is amazing. Amazing. Nick was out there basically chastising his fellow anti-Semites, saying, look, guys, you can't blame everything on the Jews. I'm going to chastise not my fellow, God forbid. These people are not with me. But my fellow Jews, okay, not fellow Hasbaras. I don't delve in. I have nothing to do with this. But I'll tell my fellow Jews, guys, you can't blame everything on Netanyahu. Okay, just like Nick said, maybe this is I'm not as influential as Nick, but it's maybe a monster of my own creation. I blame Netanyahu for a lot, but we're gonna blame him for this. For this, that Netanyahu controls Donald Trump like this, like a robot. He's pulling this lever, he's pulling that lever, making Trump say this or that. This stuff is absolutely beyond the pale. Insane. Absolutely insane. And just like clockwork, the Hasbara machine has been activated to deflect all blame away from Trump's biggest betrayal yet. Yes, they got the call. The Hasbara crew got the call. Dump Netanyahu. Throw Netanyahu overboard. Protect Trump at all costs. That was the call. Ask and ye shall receive. Right? We said, can't wait to see how the Hasbara spaces spin this one. Ask and ye shall receive. There you go. And with these people, there is no amount of Trump betrayal that they will not whitewash and excuse away. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's take a trip down in the Wayback Machine. Let's go January 15th. January 15th. That was, this was right at the beginning of Trump's term, basically. I believe he was inaugurated in January. And we're 8.5 months later. Earlier this week, Trump's Mideast envoy, Steve Witless, had a tense meeting with Netanyahu to push the compromises necessary to secure a hostage deal. Yes, a jailbreak of Arab mercenaries and criminals and killers. An Arab official claims Witless moved Netanyahu more in that one meeting than the Biden administration had in countless conversations over the past year. Yes, absolutely. That's right. Trump and his guys could twist Israel's arm like nothing that Biden was able to do. Now, these announcements, Trump saying, "Oh, I'm not going to let Israel do this," shouldn't be a surprise to those of us paying attention. 8 months ago. Now, the people that excused this nonsense, they said, "Oh no, Netanyahu wanted it." Don't you understand? It is amazing. Everything they blame on Netanyahu. Everything. And it's funny because they come to me and tell me I blame Netanyahu. I said, I'm the one blaming him. Trump is betraying Israel at every opportunity, and you guys throw it on Netanyahu with no evidence. With no evidence whatsoever. At least when I blame Netanyahu, I blame him for being prime minister of Israel, right? He is the top dog here. You are blaming him for things that a foreign leader said on his own. Where is the evidence for this? None needed. You don't need a... You see, when you work for the Hasbara machine, you don't need evidence. You just say whatever you want. It doesn't make a difference. It's okay. The Hasbara Intelligence Agency, they have it all covered. It's fine. Don't worry. From January. Sorry, Jews, time to admit you've been sold out by Donald Trump. And it continues. By the way, I can't wait to hear, the Imam speech. Right. Now, I will give credit that was canceled. But if you remember, this Imam was supposed to speak at Trump's inauguration. And God only knows what he would have said. The Jews put enough pressure, and at the last second he was canned. But, okay. Looks like my prediction's coming right. We will soon be yearning for the days of Joseph R. Biden. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Joe Biden, who was so mentally out to lunch, Israel could do whatever they wanted. This Donald Trump, this is terrible. So again, I'm just taking the opportunity to say I was totally right. I was totally right and totally vindicated at this point. Absolutely. And like I said, I'll be waiting patiently for the apologies from the Hasbaras. I'm sure, again, they're going to spin it in a million different circles. No, it was Netanyahu's fault. Trump didn't mean it. It's AI. It's this. It's Mossad is blackmailing Trump. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference. But they will somehow come to excuse this just open betrayal. I mean, open in the clearest way. Not a report, not anything. Trump sitting in the Oval Office, I believe that's where he was, and saying, yeah, not going to allow it. Not going to allow it. Israel has to stop. Israel has to stop. That's it. Time to retreat back into your little tiny border country, right? Your little 1948 borders, that's all we'll allow you to have. We will allow you. You will not do anything. This is what we will allow. Our greatest ally, yeah. Good, very, very good. And now, requires no explanation. Again, another arm of the Hasbara machine. Trump is a Zionist. Sorry, Palestinians. Yes. Yeah, wait. Listen, that looked like a Zionist to me, right? Trump is a Zionist. The end. That's it. Nothing required. It's like God himself. We know in the story of creation, right? God says, and so it comes to be. Let there be light, and there was light. Trump is a Zionist, so he is a Zionist. That's it. That's all it takes. Let's just quickly go back and watch the video again and remember this thing. Trump is a Zionist.
Did you promise leaders this week that you would not allow Israel to annex the West Bank? Is that something that you...
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this directly?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank.
I'm not going to allow it. That is a Zionist. Absolutely. Donald Trump, the Palestinian Authority's best friend. There you go. Boom, right there. That's all you need to see. That's all you need to see. And any Jew, including Bezalel Smotrich, who we watched the video in yesterday's episode. Bezalel Smotrich, he is convinced he has his Gaza plan on Trump's desk. Hey, dummy. Hey, Bezalel Smotrich, Smotrich, hello, Smotrich? Yeah, take your plan off his desk, okay? Please, please. This is not the guy you want to have any say in Israel's future. Right here? No. No, absolutely not. This guy's a disaster. Absolutely. Look, truth is, where we are now, Donald Trump is the worst president for Israel. I mean, it's clear. It is absolutely clear. It's not even a question. Obama was better than Donald Trump for Israel. For Israel. Again, we're Israel first. We're not talking about domestic American policy. For Israel, Barack Obama was a way better president for Israel than Donald Trump. That is clear. So, this is where we are. Now, we have the Hasbara people who are denying everything. Deny. You know, like any good criminal organization, just deny everything. And then we have good Jews. We have good Jews out there, very depressed at this point. So, I gave the sobering portion of the video. I will give the white pill optimistic portion of the video. Now, what will Benjamin Netanyahu do? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not in the prediction business. But what I will say is this. At this point, all of the things holding us back from having the kind of country we want are all being removed. All being removed. For years, I would tell people, listen, we have to expel the Gazans, expel the Palestinians. And guess what? If we do that, Israel will become unbelievable. It will be not just a safe country and a rich country, everything. It will be a paradise in Israel. And what would people tell me in the past? We can't do it. Why? America won't let. It will be isolated. Well, here's the good news. We are now isolated. We're already isolated. Not by our own decision. We are now isolated. Europe, forget about it. They're already with sanctions. And Donald Trump here, this is America's position. They're openly saying, we're not going to let you do this. We're not going to let you do that. So all of the excuses are now out the window. Completely out the window. There is no reason to not annex all of this land. There's no reason to not expel the Gazans and the Palestinians. None. And I'll go even a step further. There is no reason to not expel them into the United States at this point. There's not. There isn't. Now, in the past, basically, America had a very friendly kind of relationship with Israel, and most of us would say, listen, you want to push the Palestinians out and the Gazans out, send them to Europe, send them to places that are very hostile to Israel. As far as I'm concerned, this is open hostility. It is. It is. And those of you, again, I've heard this in the past and continue to hear, America doesn't owe Israel anything. Agreed. Absolutely agreed. America owes us nothing. And to continue that train of thought, we owe them nothing as well. If that's the way it is, it's no problem. You owe us nothing, we owe you nothing. We're going to send out our Arabs, and we will send them wherever they go. It's not our issue. It's not our problem. And you know what? And let Donald Trump explain to his voters that by turning on Israel, they are now facing a flood of Gazan and Palestinian Arabs. Let him explain to his voters that his big fat mouth and his bad behavior have continued to destroy America. That's fine. He thinks he can turn the screws on us. I promise Israel can turn the screws on America very easily. And it's a shame because it shouldn't have to come to this. Now again, will Netanyahu do it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I certainly know that Netanyahu's biggest supporters absolutely want to annex the West Bank. So he's under a lot of pressure from home. But I will tell you this. Netanyahu is an old man. He will not be prime minister forever. And what's going to come after him will be far more right-wing and nationalist than what he is. So the good news is that all of these threats that the Europeans and Americans have been holding over our head for all these years, they're basically playing those cards right now. But that's the good thing with the threat. Once it's out there, it's already out there. That's it. So that's the good news. And then the question is, well, what should Israel do? What should Israel do right now? And it's really very simple. Netanyahu is going to New York, I think, or he's in New York right now, going to be at the UN, going to meet with Trump. I'll be honest, if I was Netanyahu, it's very simple what I would do. I would cancel that meeting with Trump, and I would schedule a meeting with Putin and with Chairman Xi in China. That's it. Now, people say to me, oh, well, these countries, they don't like Israel. Look, the one thing I know about China is China stands on business. That's what they stand on. And they say, well, they arm Iran. Well, again, they arm Iran insofar as Israel is an American proxy. And China wants to weaken America's power and America's reach. Now, if Israel stops being a proxy of America, China has no real vested interest in arming Iran or any Arab country against us. It would really be in China's interest. If China is as powerful as we think they are, and they're fairly powerful, it would be much more in their interest to basically force a peace between Israel and Iran. And then give us, make some kind of arrangement. Now look, this is only an assumption, but my assumption is based on available evidence. It's not based on emotion. Our relationship with America is only based on emotion, because when you look at the facts are these. Donald Trump says, screw Israel, I don't care, I'll force them to do whatever I want. So my attitude is basically, look, you know what? Maybe, and it's only a maybe, like I said, I think it's based on a good assumption, but it's still a maybe. But maybe a country like China and Russia would value our friendship more than apparently the United States, who doesn't at all. Donald Trump, the most, certainly compared to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, that was the right-wing option. I was supposed to be, oh, don't worry, guys, it's going to be so great when Trump becomes president. This ain't great. This is far from great. This is the opposite of great, actually. So that's what I would do. I would send a very simple message to Donald Trump and the Americans. We are now fielding other offers. It sounds like we're a burden to you. It's no problem. That's all. Take your GHF and your Abraham Accords and all your other schemes and take them and shove it. Shove it. We don't care. We're not interested anymore. You are going to not allow us? See ya. See ya. So the Americans and Trump is massively overplaying their hand. They think that Netanyahu is the beginning and end of everything. That's the beginning. That's the beginning. Because the Israeli public is demanding these things. And even that ridiculous Hasbara explanation that Netanyahu is asking Trump to do it, all that will serve to do is to push more Israelis and Jews into the Israel First camp. Into the Israel First camp that says, I don't care what America says. America can say what they want. They put America first, we put Israel first. And no one possibly thinks that Israel just allowing the West Bank to effectively stay in the hands of the murderous PA, Palestinian Authority, that's being supported by Trump, by the way. No one could think that that's a better outcome than the West Bank being under our control. So the Israel First position, it's just getting started. Ultimately, this is, I think, eye-opening for a lot of people. But from our perspective, this is welcome news. This is welcome news. America and Trump, they are outing themselves as, at the very, in best case scenario, as totally apathetic to Israel. Worst case, a lot worse than that. But best case, totally apathetic to Israel, don't really care, not interested, just want Israel to just shut up and sit in the corner and do nothing. And that's not going to fly. It isn't going to fly. Israel is a very right-wing country, very nationalist. Even the people that are left-wing are incredibly nationalist. So the Americans are overplaying their hand. It is, at this point, only a matter of time before Israel kicks America out the door, and we are here to accelerate that end. We are here to make every effort to put Israel first. And in this case, America out means Israel first.